I must marry for love just like you. And you see, now I still have to dig my own potatoes. It's a topic that's been hotly debated online. Some people think that love is more important. Some people also say love has no money to support, will surely be worn by life to the end. But actually Jane Austen, the author of the love novel, they soon gave the answer in their own films. Born into a poor pastor's family, you have a beautiful beauty. She loves to write and is very talented. Everyone and everything in the pen. Your French are all brilliant. This is also what I am most proud of. But lately, pride. This one of yours is despised by a man. That day he was praying for his sister who was getting engaged. When the mood is high, the room door was suddenly knocked open. And in the face of such disrespectful behavior, the man just took off his jacket, adjust the outfit. Absolutely no intention. May I present Thomas Lefroy? His name is Roy. I'm a half-time lawyer from the big city. Because I always go to places to play. The judge was angry, decided to send him home for self-examination. He clearly despises the people here. He felt sleepy during Jane's poetry reading. More than contempt, Jane's posts are in the background. I find her really charming. I can only say it's okay. For a city person, there's not much interest in such complacent attention. The smile only stops on the face. Angry people go upstairs. She carefully reviewed her previous works. The more I feel Roy is right. Shredded article in hand. Grace is always proud. How can I be conscientious? To acknowledge the judgment of an impolite person. And now Grace doesn't know that. He is such an impolite person. To create great works again. Her romance and reality. In a bad mood. Go for a walk alone in the forest. Just in time to meet Roy who's lost his way here. I saw him unscrupulously following. The anger that hasn't dissipated flares up Roy's again. Just like the other feudal men. They are just stubborn. What women write is not worth it. But in the eyes of ROI, your article is missing something. And now face the angry Jane. It's obviously not a good time to tell you. Can only cleverly answer what you write. Also temporary. Anti-zero. It was ironic that night. You jumped on your skirt at the dance. In a moment of embarrassment, I looked up and saw Roy enjoying himself. I don't know where to put it all day. I just have to find my brother. Start continuously. To quote only. Roy's rudeness and prejudice. I don't know if Roy is behind you. When you find out and come back, your face has become confused. If you want to dance another song with me, I'd be honored. It was a bit of a surprise, but Roy wasn't upset. At least at this point he did. As a gentleman, the music's playing. You two seem to fit right in the middle of the stage. They're actually facing each other through every word. No one wants to step back. It's just that neither of you noticed. While not knowing, they're starting to slowly enjoy this balance. Roy quickly adapted to life here. He consistently wins in cricket matches. Whether it's Jane's brother or Chaco student. John was defeated 7 times. Jane couldn't accept her arrogance. Roy, she took the stick and walked to the arena by herself. The opponent has changed to above. Roy in his heart suddenly felt the correction. He pretended to run away with all his might, but at the moment of the previous serve, he has slightly reduced the power in his hand. Run Jane's perfect shot immediately changed the outcome of this match. It also makes Joy look at you differently. She's really different compared to normal women. I don't know if it was random or intentional. John went to the library that day looking for books. I met Roy reading a book there. Was about to sneak away. He was called back immediately by the enemy. This time Roy finally pointed out the missing omitted in the article. John, if you really want to write a novel to the master's standard. Experience is very important. A sentence hit the black heart. I realized Roy was wrong. But what makes you curious is, what does he rely on? Such advice Roy did not answer. Just give me a book. Look at every word on the paper. Alone immersed in it cannot escape itself. Compared to my own writing, the content of this book is more realistic, but it's also more shocking. Stayed awake all night. She seemed to understand what Roy was trying to tell her. The next morning, Roy was waiting by the river. I read your book early on. He turned to bow. I rely on yesterday's book for advice. Slowly saying that bad guys should have bad endings. But he has an unusual attitude. You said that in the real world, bad people often live happily. The novel must show the real world. The real thoughts of the character. The truth of events. Roy stopped. Mouth moved slightly. Eyes filled with appreciation. They talked all the way. Until it starts to get dark, the deserted night market also became bustling. Between the interference of dark light, you've been quietly opening up to each other for a long time. While relaxing, Roy sees an unfair boxing match. Professional athlete is beating up a rookie. I can't keep looking. Take off your gloves. take off your clothes, get on the floor, fighting with professional athletes, but can't keep the beauty. For more than 3 seconds he was knocked to the ground. Worried to go ahead and ask. Roy was not injured. You are slowly removing your worried face. It's just that in words you still care. If I ever doubted your integrity, please forgive me. I'm a lawyer. But direct listening is no use in the law. John seems to be thinking. You don't know about Roy's past, but it seems like everything you say, it's so real that you can't argue. The relationship between Jen and Roy got better. Your mother started to worry. She always supported the rich aristocrats. That's the man who stepped on Jen's skirt, not Roy like he is now. Jane doesn't want a man to pay a high price. It's what she wants, Mr. Austen. Actually, before Roy showed up, Weasley has always been secretly in love. Jane is just about love. Jane has her own milestone. That day, Mrs. Graham came to visit. It's called visiting. I want to give my grandson a chance. Weasley needs Jane. They walk in the back garden. I haven't talked a few sentences. Weasley proposed to Jane. He thought that his vast fortune would. Jane is touched. Jane withdrew her hand. She's not a normal girl. If only she has someone in her heart. That Jane rejected Weasley. I immediately got into a fight. She spoke very sharp words. She said the money in the house won't give her a penny. It will all be left to your brother. I must marry for love like you. You see, I still have to dig my own potatoes. Mom seems strong, but actually with the experience of the former, she just doesn't want her daughter to go down her old path. Love is attractive, but money is indispensable anyway. Your mother is not happy to break up. I found my daughter worried. You're going to tell her to think about the bathroom. But in the end, he changed his mind. Anything, such as poverty, can't make the spirit subdue. At the dance that night, go back and forth among the crowd, looking for Roy's shadow. You know Roy's leaving tomorrow. And right now, she also wanted to know Roy's feelings. You've been looking for a long time. In front of you is Weasley. When the music is playing, the dance officially begins, but Jung wasn't focused. I don't know if Roy left. I don't know if they missed it or not. When she came back again, Roy was in front of her, smiles on my cheeks, and this dance, it seemed to come alive immediately. Mrs. Graham saw all this. She went to see Jen in private, in a haughty manner warning Jen not to belittle. Only when married to WC, that could change the poverty of her family. On one side is love with many expectations. On one side is marriage. It can change family life. She fell into a difficult choice, but such a choice very quickly disappeared with the arrival of Roy. Even though he's rich and lives in a mansion, big regardless of others, res out. How can you give up love and lower yourself like that? I heard the worry in Roy's words. Smart people don't know. He also likes her. The moon is dim. But I can't hide your love anymore. She gave her first kiss in her life. I'm finally out of control. To reveal a secret that has been kept private for so long. You are mine. You are mine. You are mine, body and soul. As the chariot happily rolled down the dirt road, Roy takes Jane to the city. I hope you can agree to let them marry. Everything went very well. I'm very happy about Jane. It's just that heaven doesn't please people. A name-calling letter that cut off all illusions. The letter mentioned Jane's poor background. She's the daughter of a country priest. This made me instantly angry. People are always so shallow. You can accept a marriage, not worth it. He warned ROI, unless he doesn't want to, right to inherit his property. If not, you will definitely marry. Facing an unexpected event, love never backs down. She looked at Roy, expecting him to give her a clear demeanor. Then you can resolve without hesitation. Only the unexpected. Roy started to waver again. You're responsible for your family. You can't ignore them. The 7 deities that appear on the face of grace. I told myself last night, don't waste a man for money. Today, because wealth wants to give up their feelings. They broke up unhappy, back in the carriage. Started to cry uncontrollably, but she didn't know that Roy was clenching his hand. His eyes are filled with helplessness and helplessness. After parting, Roy slowly sank into a state of stupidity. I'm lethargic all day. There is no light in my eyes like before. And the same is true of, maybe accept my mother's arrangement. That's the right choice for you. But when she heard that Roy was engaged, the waves in your heart still rise, as if in the next moment, you're going to be completely consumed by that anonymous letter. I will never forget seeing Weasley again. You questioned him in front of you, but Wesley seems confused that it doesn't matter anymore. I was talking to my neighbor that day. She turned her head and saw Roy slowly. Go to her to bless your engagement. Your words are filled with hate. Roy wants to explain something, but he didn't give me a chance to talk. Memories and shoes for days has made ROI almost crazy. I can't stop and kiss her. can be together. What does life mean? Come with me. We run away. That's right. Leave it all behind. Look at the man in front of you, ready to sacrifice everything for me. But the devil can lose him. Although I may never see my family again, even though it will be criticized by society, even though later life may be difficult, in support of writing, but she still prepares her luggage. She runs to the man waiting for her. They run in the forest of fallen leaves, get in a carriage to the future, even though the road ahead is blurry, but it's incredibly attractive. The wheel fell into the mud. I gently held her down, afraid you'll get mud under your feet. He took off his shirt and turned his back to help push the car. But you don't know that the letter you sent from the house has fallen to the ground. And it was this letter that made Jen know how much ROI loves you. It also forces you to give up this love. Actually, at first at my house, all of Roy's choices came from unwillingness. In fact, I was hiding from love, just to get more money from you, to feed his 6 siblings in his family. Just as my parents are old and weak, it turns out he's carrying a great responsibility to the family. And now he's given up law, my favorite teacher, for himself. Give up your right to inherit your property. He also put his family in a situation the danger can go. The train started again, but now on. Not as determined as before, she understands deeply. Such a love would destroy his family. Feelings of guilt, regret, and self-blame will follow. It's also sure to destroy their relationship. And that's not how mature love should be. We have to accept it with a smile. If not, I can only think that we never loved each other. He begged her not to leave, and she did too. Of course not. It's just that she can't ignore it. Rational and responsible in feelings. He stood at the door for a long time. You can come back at any time now. Reselect at any time. But she finally walked into the room. Soon after, Father Yun's student John arrived. Turns out you've always liked Ian. I think I have a chance. You even proposed to me. In Ham's side, there is no other woman, Sao. In the moment of turning your back, I suddenly thought of something. You come back to question. Was that anonymous letter written by you? John did not deny it. I wanted to let go of the anger in my heart. But everything seems to have lost its meaning. Just like that. Jean gave up a love that her whole life was hard to get. And Jane Austen actually became Jane Austen. She poured all her emotions into the pen. Thanks to his amazing talent, very quickly has taken over the entire world of fiction. Just different from yourself. Her work always has a perfect ending. Time quickly passes in the gaps. Many years later, Grace has grown gray hair. Under the deposition of time, she became calm and elegant. Only when she saw Roy again. In your eyes will still flicker vibrations. It's hard to hide. He told her about his daughter. She's also a huge fan of Jane. Miss Austen, would you like to read it to us tonight? My sister never reads in public. But Jane, she's also called Jane. It turns out that time has never erased their feelings. It just moves to a different way, held deeply in the hearts of two people. If my new friend wants, I'll make an exception. This is the second reading in Jane's life. It will be her last reading. The story in the book is tender and romantic, elegant and touching, but it's clear, bound by the shackles of reality. Everywhere there are their shadows. The applause echoed. She raised her head to look at you. I only have tears in my eyes. After a long time, finally with a smile of satisfaction and admiration, I raised my hand. It's just a ring on my little finger, but you noticed it. She bowed her head, quietly hiding her hand. My empty left. This is the life of Jane Austen. She uses her imperfect ending to give mankind the perfect story. I'm just sorry you left us at 41. In a quiet way, whether it's love or bread. In a marriage, no one is more important than the other. Bread is the foundation of marriage. Love is the spice for marriage. Only the smell. No, of course not happy. It's the same. Tasteless food will also make it difficult for people to swallow. Who chooses bread in the proximity of time? I can't help but be touched. Those who choose love, the future may not be poor. There's only one thing we can't ignore. That's the responsibility that adults